Guys, I just want to show you. Monday I didn't make the video, but this is me laying on my couch. And when Duck knows I'm sad, he'll talk to me all day. Like, this is just like 15 seconds of what was going on. Hi guys, it's Jeanette. I'm sorry I missed Monday's weigh-in, but I had some family stuff going on, and then some OT at work, and then like a ridiculously bad weigh-in because we're just gonna zoom right over this, talk about it, slide right past it. But my weigh-in this week was 294, and I'll also show you on Chronometer. Hi guys, so you'll see on my Chronometer I did do really well. I've been eating over 2,000 calories a day. My fat came in a little high at 21% of total calories eaten, which is a really kind of bad, but because especially I'm supposed to be down at 10%, but I did eat a lot of processed fatty junk food this week. And then also my iron was almost there. My calcium was a little low. I don't want you to pay much attention to vitamin D. I do go out in the sun at least 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's not very much of a concern for me. But for the most part, I think I did really well. I tried to eat all the fruits and vegetables, and it was actually really easy to get to what you're supposed to be eating and what, the guidelines say we're supposed to have. But that's my Chronometer for the first week. It's time to really talk about what's happening. You don't get to 300 something pounds because you wanted to, or you just woke up one day and said to yourself, what could I possibly do to get really large and unhealthy and be like that? Because that's not a dream I had at all. This isn't going to be scientific. This is just going to be a little rant. But I've never been officially diagnosed, but I feel like I have depression. I don't like therapists. I've been to them a few times in some hard parts of my life, and they kind of just tell me things that I already know. And it's not that I don't want to work through something with someone. It's just I don't like the idea of paying for someone to listen to me when in reality, all issues I've been through, you just have to get through them, let time pass, and get in a better mindset. So, but it kind of cripples me now, and it kind of happened this weekend. I woke up on Sunday, I would say Sunday night through tonight has been, or today, has been some bad eating days. I'm talking about vegan junk food. I've had a lot of Gardein nuggets, a lot of croissants. Those are vegan. That's good news. And it's really hard to cook for yourself and eat healthy food when it's hard enough just to like get up off the couch. And this little mini bout of depression has stemmed from problems that have been going on in my life for a long time. And it's not the fault of the lifestyle I'm trying to follow that I'm not losing the weight. It's my big problem with binge eating. And I thought that starting this YouTube channel, I would have someone to be accountable to. And I know it's going to take a really long time to get a lot of subscribers. I know it's may not ever happen. It doesn't have to. It's just it's difficult because I deal with my problems with food. And this, I'm not the only one. And that might sound terrible. I'm one of those people when I see really overweight people who say things like, I'm happy, I'm okay, the things that they're eating. I mean, I literally got to this weight eating animals and animal byproducts and causing massive amounts of suffering. As a vegan, I've just like stayed in this state. And now I'm kind of mad because I feel like if I knew about this vegan lifestyle sooner, maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe I would be at the weight that I wanted. Sometimes you feel really ripped off by the system. Because I tell you what, I might have been eating bad and weighed 294 on the scale. I don't know what this Monday is going to bring us. I don't know if I can get myself out of this funk, but it really sucks to be stuck in the 290s all of the time. It gets to you. And I know, especially if you think about weight loss, I don't want to joke you guys. This isn't going to be like a 6-month YouTube channel where you see me go from my top weight to my dream weight, which I've never addressed. I've always wanted to be like 160 bodybuilder status. That's like my dream. And let's just do some quick math here. That's like 130 pounds. I'm not losing 130 pounds in 6 months. This is like a 2-year YouTube channel where I was hoping to go through why I went vegan and present science and why veganism is a thing and why this lifestyle is suitable to everyone in the world, because I wake up every day and I get so mad because people are eating animals and I go through great lengths to not do that. And it's not hard. I mean, you have one bad day at the grocery store when you first go vegan. You're like, oh, this has milk in it. Oh, that's annoying. Why do all breadcrumbs contain milk? I thought it contained bread. Most bread doesn't contain milk, nor eggs for that matter. So yeah, that part's kind of frustrating, but being vegan in general is really easy. But the first 2 weeks I was vegan, I'm not gonna lie, when you live a life of cooking, dead animal carcasses and their flesh and secretions, switching to just cooking vegetables is kind of like a learning process to get, you know, not the same textures or anything. I'm not saying that, but I would challenge anyone who's not a vegan to make a seriously delicious meal with nothing but vegetables and you only really focuses them on a side. And as a non-vegan, I was just doing the ones where you just like put them in the microwave and they like steam themselves. You have to learn, most veggies go in the oven at 425. That's what really cooks them through, and then you can broil them if you want to. You have to learn how to steam things yourself. Um, Frying everything in water, vegetable oil, or oil if you're the kind of vegan who doesn't cut it out. It's just a small learning curve. I would say it probably took me like 2 weeks to get used to it, and over the past year, I've perfected the art and I can make anything that I want. I mean, if you think about like that kind of lifestyle change, it's not a big deal. There are some people who are okay with just eating like beans and rice every day. I mean, it's literally just the seasonings that change. I like to be that creative person who makes like homemade ravioli and homemade noodles and stuff, so I kind of like set my bar really high. But getting back on track to this weigh-in, it's just been difficult, guys. I have problems that I don't know how to solve. It's been a very, I'm not gonna say difficult life, but I've been faced with some challenges that still impede me to this day. I still suffer from some ideas, not ideals, that I think kind of make my brain think that I'm alone in this world, that no one really cares, that yeah, that's basically it. I think that if no one has anything to gain from knowing you, then they're not going to put in this great effort to keep it together with you. And I'm not the kind of person to start drama and talk crap about people and be a brown noser. I've always lived a life where I think honesty is a good policy and working hard is a good thing to do. And that just doesn't mash up well with a lot of people because a lot of people like trash talking. A lot of people like gossip. A lot of people love getting to the top by being best friends with people. And if I don't really like that person, I'm not going to make it, my agenda to get in comfortable conditions with them. And this mindset is really taxing because you have days like I did, Monday, where I was trying all day to get on to my camera to film this for YouTube, and I couldn't even get off the couch, and there's no one I could really call or talk to that I feel like would understand where I'm coming from about feeling alone and helpless, and I have to figure this out. And I don't know how. I don't know the best way to go about this. Maybe I'll start going to therapy. Maybe I'll start talking to more people. I do have a best friend. I do have a mom. Um, I do have a roommate. I don't want anyone thinking I just like live here alone and exist in my own little bubble. I do like get out there and talk to people, and I do go out. It's just that overall feeling of feeling like you're doing this on your own is something that I'm still kind of plagued with. So, and on top of that, my job is starting to get to me too. I'll show some photos for you while I talk, but I'm a cake decorator right now with a degree in biology and chemistry. And I used to work in a lab setting, and I moved down to Florida and I had to give up that job. And I was trying to get into lab jobs down here. And I basically was given up on every interview because they kind of got the hint I wasn't going to work all the overtime. But the overtime is what caused me to stop trying to lose weight and really give up on life, because when you're working 70 hours a week and commuting 2 hours a day, I think you stop losing hope in the fact that life is this amazing thing you want to keep living. It really beats you down. So I had to take a job. I have to make money. I was a cake decorator far before this, and yeah, it sucks going in every day and dealing with sad mommy baby cow juice problems and having people being so excited that your cakes are beautiful and you're just literally using violence every day. I mean, the milk industry is riddled with its problems, and you serve that to people. You're supposed to smile. And it's in retail, which after going to school and being in some other jobs, going back to retail has been very hard for me. And just waking up and going to this job every day turns out to be quite the feat for my brain. I'm trying to get out of it and do something else, but the job market isn't a beautiful thing. I know a lot of people struggle with that, and I think the thing I'm struggling with now is, I'm watching all these vegan activists, and I'm watching people live the life where I kind of want to be, and I'm not there yet. And I know it takes a lot of time and effort and persistence, but I feel like I'm done with that. I feel like I've struggled a lot in my 20s, and I'm gonna be 30 here in a few years, and I feel like I want to find the effort, but I'm scared and I'm horrified. Oh, look at the camera. When I look at the camera, he's molting. He's all these beautiful colors. He just wants to stand on the camera. I'm happy I went vegan. I'm happy I learned about this lifestyle. I'm so glad that every day I wake up and I know that I'm at least saving one animal's life, a lot of water, a lot of grain, and I want to build up to a life where I'm doing more, but that takes time. But I'm not giving up on this channel. I'm not giving up by myself. I don't think the first two weigh-ins with you guys are going to be phenomenal, and I also want to backtrack up on what happened before I started this YouTube channel. I was working at a store that I'm transferred out of now, and we were working a lot of overtime, and I don't eat breakfast and I don't eat lunch, and then I get home, I'm not really that hungry for dinner. I was starving myself for like 8 weeks, and then I had about a week before I started this YouTube channel, and then I got transferred to a different store, and my anxiety was really high, so I wasn't eating either. So I kind of just starved myself, and yeah, I was 295 when all that was happening, and then I woke up and I was 291. I was probably losing weight because of, starving myself. So I don't know if I'm going to pong back some weight just from starting to eat again. And if that happens, just just remember, and I will try to remember too in all these hard times, weight loss is a journey, and you don't lose weight in a downward linear fashion. Most of the time, it's up and down, but a progressive track down. So, if you're at all following me and you're losing hope or you're trying, you feel like you're going nowhere, remember a week is 7 days, a year is 365 of them. We're not even close to a year yet, we're not even close to a month. So just hang in there. I'm going to hang in there and keep doing some positive affirmations and fix the things wrong with my life. Maybe we'll talk about all those one day, but for now, it's just I need to find that motivation and dig deep. And once the numbers start going down, I start feeling good and feeding my body right, I think this will go better. But we have the numbers. It was 294. You got to see my chronometer. Honestly, I couldn't be more proud of hitting my nutrients. I know my fat intake was a little high, but I did eat a lot of fruits and vegetables this week. I'm trying to change my routine to include breakfast and a light lunch and just cram it full of fruits and veggies. And I think it's just going to take a while. So stick with me. I promise it won't be so bad. And also, props out to all of the, he wants to, oh no, oh no, he's at the computer. And all the YouTubers out there, I realize after making a few videos, it is like really hard to get your lighting in your camera and to make long videos and to go through and edit them and make them wonderful. So, cheers. But it's been fun. I don't know if I'm going to make an extra video this week. I have not decided. But if not, I will definitely see you Monday. I did go to the gym twice this week. So, not yet. I meant like last week. But this week I have not gone yet. So, I will see you Monday. We're going to continue on this journey because remember, if you give up, you just failed. And it's not that failure is not an option. It's just persistence is a much better way to live your life. But until then, stay carved up, my friends. And Duck would like to do this outro by himself. Say bye! Bye!